Test. There we go. Good morning, peoples. Buenos dias, you freaking degenerates. Who's ready to get started today? Make some freaking money in this market. We got the NQs making some nice moves. Seems like it could be a very clean type of day as opposed to what Friday was like when we streamed on Friday. We had a lot of chop, but made money early on. Yo, Kevin the Beast, what's up, guys? Let me go ahead and post real quick here and let everybody know we're live. Hop on over here to the futures charts and we'll start going over a little bit of today's plan. Very simple kind of day, to be honest. All right, guys. Post it up everywhere. Everyone knows we're live. So we'll let them start trickling in here as the morning progresses. Now let's hop on into the charts here. Let's turn this 3-minute chart. Which one are we watching here? Watching this one? Yeah. Let's turn this one into a quick 15-minute chart. I'll show you what I'm watching here. Is um, very clear levels, right? We got 3 levels we're watching here. Watching this 1620, right? 160.20 area right here. You can see previous level of resistance before we had that big old drop down. Okay, then we bounced off that level, got back up into it, and yet again, we've rejected it. Okay, so I'm watching that level to continue to hold resistance. And then I'm watching this level down here at 159.39 area, 159.40 to hold support. But we have a little bit of a minor support level here in this 159.80 to 159.70 zone. All right. So if we can't get above this 85 area again, I'm watching for a drop back into 70 and then 70. If 70 can hold support, we could see little bounces here. I don't want it to get stuck here in the middle. Like, I don't want us to start trading 60s, 80s, 60s, 80s, 16,000, come back. I don't want it. I don't want it in this zone. I don't want it messing around in here in the middle. That is what we call the fuckery zone. We don't want to get caught up in that. All right. We don't want to get caught up in the fuckery zone. That's where you get chopped up. That's where you lose money over the long haul because you get short thinking we're going to break down. It gives you a couple points. And when I say a couple, it could be, 5, 10, 15 points. And you're like, oh, we're in good shape. We're going to get there. We're going to get those 20s. And then boop, bounces right back up, stops you out on the rest. You take a little profit, you take a little loss, and you just start getting chopped up. And it does the same thing to the long side. So we wanted to get out of there. We don't want that thing stuck in that mess. It is disgusting. All right. We want it to either get back up here or get back down here. We want it to give us clear cut moves. So that's what I'm going to be watching here this morning on the cues. Now, I do want to show you an equity. All right. And we have it right here. It's NVIDIA. NVIDIA, remember this big support zone we talked about for the swing trade? That worked out beautifully. I didn't get it. I missed it completely. Like, I literally almost forgot about NVIDIA's existence for a short period of time there, and I missed out on that. However, we did break out of it, and then we went and we tested what? All-time highs. We went up there and we tested all-time highs, had banger earnings, and it rejected it nasty. It rejected it nasty. So now, what I'm thinking is SPY hasn't barely pulled back any. Okay, the SPY's barely pulled back. So I'm thinking the SPY, the Qs are set up for a pullback. Okay, not a crash, not anything insane, but they're set up for a pullback. If they pull back, I'm going to be watching NVIDIA for it to drop on down and get into 450 zone. Okay, not necessarily today. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind seeing the markets bounce back a little bit today, especially Qs here at this minor support zone. Maybe we can get a little bounce back from here and test this higher end of the channel again before maybe tomorrow or Wednesday we start to get that pullback, and that could set up NVIDIA for, maybe get up in here into like 483 and reject, and then we get a multi-day downswing to 450, 449, 440s area on NVIDIA, and that's what I'll be looking for a possible swing trade on some puts. All right, just a little idea there for you. In the meanwhile, this morning, front and center for me is going to be trading these Qs. They are starting to bounce back. You could see here exactly what we talked about. We talked about this 80 area, 76 to 80 area, hold support for bounces. And now you're seeing that bounce take place. So I wouldn't be surprised this morning to see a push off the bell that'll take us right back up into this 160 20 zone, right? So if we can get back up into this 20 zone, you could see previous level resistance. We scroll back a little bit, you see support back here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen this morning on this one. Let's break this up into a 1 hour chart. Let's see if we can see something a little bit further away. Oh man, look at that, clear as day, guys. So clear as day support here. Okay, at 900 zone, 910. In case we break underneath 40, that will be the next target. And we have definitely clear resistance up here at 99 to 100. That 100 area. That's on the hourly chart. So I think if we break these levels today, we should get a nice little move. Off the bell, I'm thinking we can get a little push into the 20. And I hope it rejects and gives us a short trade back down here towards 60s. Give us 70s, 60s. And then if we can get down here to the 40s, man, that'll be a banger. All right. So that's what I'm going to be watching this morning. Guys, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button for me. We got 5 minutes to the open here. I'm going to go ahead and grab a drink of water, get ready for the open, and see what we can get done today. Been on a monstrous streak. All right. I'm up over $18,000 on the month, trading on these funded accounts, and well on shape to get a nice little payout. And the next payout period here starts December 5th. I'll be able to request a payout on December 7th because you got to trade 10 days between payouts, and I just got a payout. So I'm thinking that's what we'll do here come December. So hopefully we can keep adding to these profits here today. And look, I'm not looking to step in here and be like, oh, look at me, grand slams, I'm making $20,000 today. I'm just looking to go ahead and put some profits up on my account because I literally trade to make money. I don't trade for views. I don't trade for live streams. I don't trade for look at me. I trade to put money in the bank, in my pocket, in long-term investments, and to pay bills. So yeah, I'm not going to be here doing foolish crap to try to get some views. I've gone down that route before. Didn't work out well. Don't like it. Doesn't make me feel good. All right. So I want to make sure that is something that I put out there and let you know already. I'm trading here as a business. I'm trading here to make money. I'm not trading here for anything else. And when I do it that way, it makes me sleep better.
It's not peanuts. I don't give a fuck. It makes me sleep good at night. That's what counts.
That's right. Makes me sleep better. All right, guys. Any questions, throw them up in chat. We got 3 minutes to the bell. Good luck out there. Let's kill it. Oh, before I forget, this special ends today on the futures course, 60% off. It's in chat, the coupon code Coupon code future60 off. Just copy and paste that. Oh, why was there no sound? Damn it. The Beast. Nicely done, bro. From 95s, guys, just like we said, from 95s to 20s and then 30s, the Beast got it off there at around 30. Really nice work, bro. Guys, if you he posted in the Discord. There you go. If you want to join the Discord and look at the chart he just posted, click that there. That was beautifully executed. Very nice. Guys, look at that wick. That wick is disgusting. That wick is either going to be a bearish nasty day or a choppy nasty day. If it's bearish, I love it. Give me some setups I can trade to the downside here. If we break under 80, I'm going to be watching that 80 area to turn into resistance. And if it does turn into resistance, I'll be looking for some short setups. Choppy, choppy right now. Another 500 bucks and you'll be happy with the day, says the beast over on the Discord. All right, guys, I'm just waiting. Gonna wait for my setup to come. Look at the chop right now. Bro, that wick off the open is insane. I mean, even on the cues, guys, take a look at this thing. Look at that wick. Are you kidding me? That is an insane wick. Bro, if you would have gotten that thing short there too, that would, good lord. I'll give you the mic. All right, so 16,000 holding resistance, coming on back down at 85. We're in the middle. We're in the middle right now. So we're in the middle of what we called earlier the fuckery zone. We're smack dab in the middle of that. I will watch 95. Earlier we said 95 break for the move to 20s and 30s. So I'll watch 95s in case it wants to set up as a short opportunity. But yeah, don't diddle in the middle. Exactly, Beast. But if we can break those lows, extend off of them, then bounce back up into them, show me their resistance, I will look for short there. Honestly, I'm chomping at the bit for that one. Guys, in today's Benzinga show, we'll be going over my strategy. We'll be going over my biggest loss ever. We'll be going over how I'm up 18K, all that good stuff. So definitely make sure to tune in there at 11 a.m. There we go. We're breaking down on those lows, testing 70s. 9:36 a.m. This is good. I like it. 70s is a little bit of a minor bounce zone. You can see it right here. Previous level we bounced at, and we've gotten down here now and we're testing that zone. If that zone holds, I'll be surprised. I'm hoping it doesn't, just so that we can get a nice little short setup. The short here is the cleaner trade, in my opinion, looking at this chart. The long sided trade is a little bit more, I don't know, to me, messy. Don't like it. But that little 70s area, definitely good for a little bounce. Little Cuban coffee, guys. This right here is my trading superpower. It's delicious. It's so freaking hot right now. Look at that bounce off of 70, guys. Good lord, man. Right to 85. Nice 15-point bounce there. Looks like it wants to go a little bit further. I mean, we are decreasing volume in this little bounce back attempt. So I kind of like that the volume is weak on the bounce, but that's one hell of a candle. I mean, it's retraced already 50% of the downside move. Not something that I'm too keen on right now. SPY similar action. You see right there. You can see right here where the SPY bounced off of. This 15-minute chart up here on the upper right hand side. Previous support, 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 support. I mean, I'll try the short if it presents itself, but I don't know, man. It's looking like it wants to bounce. Look at the cues right back up over VWAP now. Retrace the entire downside move after breaking the lows. Maybe it should have taken the 70 long. Damn bear in me, man. 9:39 a.m. The reason why time is important is because I like to look at my data. And my data says that my best trading happens between 9:40, 9:45 to 10 a.m., then 10 a.m. to 10:30, and then lastly 10:30 to 11 a.m. Usually not the best at 11 a.m. Then comes out 2 3 p.m. is my next window where I can trade, where I trade well, right, where my stats say I'm good. So that's the reason why I'm always looking at the time. That, and of course there's always news to watch out for. Yep, the beast just posted in the Discord 10 a.m. We have numbers. What numbers do we have today? We got new home sales. All I see is new home sales. Look at that bounce. Reminds me of that song, Bounce When She Walks. Look at that bounce, bro. Are you crazy? That 70 area from earlier that we talked about. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to bounce that much. The beast. I didn't think it was going to bounce that much, guys. That's why I didn't go for it. I thought at most we'd get into the 80s. At most. See, we bounced off of this 70 from earlier, but I thought, you see all this previous 80 support here? After that week, huge candle to the downside in my mind. You know, I thought 80s would hold resistance. Thankfully, I didn't take a trade there. Well, 80s did, in fact, not hold resistance. And now, Qs are back to green on the day. We're back up over 16,000. A hold of this 16,000 area makes me feel like a long, but after such a strong bounce, we did get a nice increase in volume. We're we're in the middle, right? We're in the fuckery zone. Might regret not taking a long here at 16,000. Definitely not having a lot of confidence in the long sided trade here right now. I feel like it could be choppy. If it gives me a setup to the long, I'll take it. But it's going to have to be In your face, clear as day. With a stop under 16,000. Damn, man, I just don't want it to go right now. I needed to really prove that 16,000 support. Yeah, well, it's gone. The beast says no confidence in anything at the moment. Yeah, man, I agree. I hate not taking that 16,000 trade right now. Already up 12 points. Honestly, could have been done on the day with just 12 points, but this is the middle, and that's the problem. This is the middle of the range. Let me see if I can set up a 15-minute chart for the camera because I don't have one. I don't want to be changing the time frame on that one chart over and over again. Yeah, we got it done. See, here is here's your 15-minute chart. These are the levels we talked about earlier. Look at this 15-minute candle. We're smack dab in the middle of the 15-minute candle. We're a minute away from closing this candle. It's going to close on some wild ass doji, maybe above 16,000, maybe. That shit's insane. I don't know, man. I don't know. This thing looks kind of weird to me. I don't trust it, Beast. Smack dab in the middle, bro. It's in the middle. There you go. 15-minute candle closed. This thing looks. Look at this thing, bro. Are you kidding me? That's the 15-minute candle. Sellers are like, nah, we're gonna sell the shit out of this. Buyers are like, nah, we're gonna buy the crap out of it. And then you have normal people here in the middle, like you and me, like, nah, fool, I ain't touching this right now. And it closes in the middle. I don't know, man. Look, when you see a chart and you're like, I don't know, your best, in my opinion, best case, and this isn't for like, oh, popular YouTube flash bullshit, right? It's hands off. If you don't know, if you don't have conviction, if you don't feel confident in trusting what you're seeing, then the best outcome is hands off. Like the B says, why fiddle in the middle? We got numbers in 14 minutes. Hey, Beast, that volume profile there, you see how because Beast posted it in the Discord. You see the middle range, how it's like super high? That's the FU volume profile. That's what I call it. Silver 4K, good morning. All right, see guys how the 16,000 didn't hold? You see what I'm saying about the chop? It's the fuckery zone. We need like a theme song for the fuckery zone. Like the Twilight music. And not the freaking whack ass vampire chick flick. You guys remember? Oh, I don't know how old you people are. You guys remember the Twilight Zone, right? Like I know the Beast remembers the Twilight Zone because the Beast has to remember the Twilight Zone. I don't know the rest of you though. If I don't know how old you are. It's hard not seeing your faces. Nah, the Beast knows. Yeah, yeah. We go fuckery zone and then we press the little button and it does that. Well, right now it's like the NQ say it's not over.
It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
Who remembers that one? Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. That's a classic. That's because we're ancient. Damn it, the beast. I turned 40 yesterday. My aunt asked me, "How old are you?" I turned around and I looked at her and I go, "You know damn well how old I am." Freaking 40, bro. Where does the time go? I don't feel 40. I feel like I'm in my low 30s, but I'm not. And some days I wake up and my back's like, yo, fool, you're not. Thank you, good sir. Guys, if 16,000 holds resistance, could get could look for a possible short here. If 16,000 holds resistance, we got numbers in 12 minutes. Can 16,000 hold resistance here? We're going to find out if it can. 16,000 trying to hold resistance. It's trying hard, that's for sure. If it can hold resistance, we could see a drop here into the 80s. We'll see what it wants to do. It's definitely trying. Switch this over to the 3-minute chart. You can see here 16,000 trying desperately to hold that resistance zone. So far, it's still fighting. It wants to break up and over. We got 10 minutes to numbers. Those are those housing numbers we talked about earlier. You got 90. If you get through 90, I think you should at least see 85, if not the 80 zone. Looked like it was going to do it there. Do the thing. Sell. Get down there into the 80s. That 90s level trying to hold extremely tough. That 90 zone was a little bit of a bounce area. If we can get through it, there we go. 86 is nice. How low can we go, guys? Can we see the 80s? Oh, 85 is getting tested there. Can we go a little bit lower? Bouncing off that 85. If we can get down there to the 80s, it could get fun. Wow, that was nasty. Well, took profits there. Small little trade. Look at that thing. Are you kidding me? That's the chop. That's the freaking chop that we were talking about because we're in what? In the middle of the fuckery zone. Putting 400 bucks in my pocket, guys, across 3 accounts, $1,200 a day. Um, across 3 accounts that are funded in one evaluation. Not what I was looking for. I was looking for much more than that, but it didn't want to come. So on the last take profit, I basically got out of it around break even zone. No losses on any of them. Let me see here. Yeah, no losses on any of them. 381 bucks after commissions. So just getting on base is all. That's all that was, getting on base. Like I always say, guys, there's days where home runs come easily and there's days where they don't. right now, I don't see that it's going to be an easy home run day because we're stuck in the middle of the range. So I'll take what the market gives me. I traded smaller as well. I could have put on at least a couple more contracts, and I did not. Scaled in and out of the position. Here, I'll show you guys. Here are my my entries. Short right in here. Took a piece here. Look at this piece down here, guys. I love that one. Should have taken it all off down there. And then I got stopped out right here in front of break even. And look at us going right back to where my entry was earlier. It's just that chop is nasty. That chop is really, really nasty. So I'll stay watching. What time is it? 9:53 a.m. I'll stay watching a little bit longer, see if we can get something cooking, something clean. Maybe if we can break, maybe if we can break those lows, we can get an extension off of that, then bounce back up into 70. If we bounce back up into 70 after a nasty breakdown, um, I could look to get short in front of 70, and look for 40s and 30s. Definitely 40s. We got numbers in 6 minutes. We got new home sales. So that could be something that makes a move here. Right? We got new home sales. Those are the only numbers I see. If you see any other numbers, let me know in chat. Wow. See? Look at that, man. That's the chop. That is the chop. Look, this is the beauty of trading with a copy trader once you know how to trade. I'll be like, oh, I only made 381 bucks today. But I did that across 3 accounts. That's over $1,100 on the day, which that puts me probably extremely close to $20,000 on the month, on the last less than 30 days of trading. There's people that work all year to make $20,000. That ass serious. You and me might not understand that, but there's people who work all year long at a kind of like semi full time job, or even maybe a little full time job, and that's what they make, $24,000. I've done that in the last less than 30 days, taking what the market gives me. Last week I had a day where it gave me 1,800 bucks per account. Today I had a day where it gave me $381 per account. You know what I mean? Perspective. Guys, do me a quick solid. Hit that like button for me. Really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Exactly. The beast green is green. Green is green. This is probably the biggest month I've ever had. Because I've had, $10,000 months and stuff like that. But this is hands down probably the biggest month I've ever had. Look at that chop, guys. Look at this. Look at the cues. I got short. I got short in here, looking for that downside move, but I started taking profits as soon as we got this little drop because I understand that we are in the middle. I didn't hold looking for first takedown here like I normally would. And now look at us. Chop, 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 man. Chop Central. Choppy McChopperson is in the freaking house today. Look at the SPY. The SPY's a little bit cleaner, a little bit, not much. A little bit cleaner. But it's looking like it's going to want to start chopping around too. Yeah, we got 3 minutes to 10 a.m. We'll see what those numbers want to do. If those numbers, I don't know if those numbers are going to have enough impact. Maybe the market's trying to hold on for them and see if there's such a change that pushes it. But I think if those numbers come out non-eventful, I think we break the lows. How clean of a break can it be? I don't know. Guys, remember that line from Nvidia? Look at this. So far today. If that line breaks, man, we got room to the downside. I'm really hoping Nvidia can hold here a little bit, because I think what'll happen is if we can hold at least one more day in this range, it'll suck in more longs. Think this is how you got to think. It'll suck in more longs, right? So it'll trap more longs in here, thinking they're going to bounce. And then when the market pulls back, it'll give us that much more stop losses getting hit. And we get that nasty red day. And we can swing trade some puts. But I want a little bit better of a setup. I want to see this thing suck in more longs. I want to see it. I want today. Look, honestly, I don't care if today's choppy. I want today to suck in longs. I want today to suck in longs. Give us a day like kind of like this on Nvidia, and the same on SPY. You know, we're just sitting here trading sideways. Trade sideways all of today, and then tomorrow, give us the crack, and then give us like a 2 day pullback, maybe even a 3 day pullback to get back down here to test this low. Give us that. If we can get that, it's going to be glorious, because it should be very clean trading to the downside. Look at the SPY going back up here towards those that mid range of the highs. Look at the Qs. The Qs have taken back at least 60% of that drop from earlier. Shorts are looking like they're going to get squeezed. But do you trust the long sided trade? See how that works? That's how the chop comes. That is how the chop comes. All right, 10 a.m. I have to later, not now. Later on, I'm gonna have to end the stream just slightly early, so that I can get with Gates for the Benzinga show, and I'll be live there at 11. Wow, wow! Look at that move, guys. The beast. Yeah, numbers are out. Market reacted to the upside there a little bit off of that news, off those numbers coming out. Got yourself about 13, 14 point move there. Now, if it holds 16,000, I think you can start to get that move back up to the highs. But it's got to hold 16,000. If it doesn't hold 16,000, if it gets choppy again, then man, I don't know. I think just the whole day will be a freaking chop fest. And honestly, I want that. I want the chop fest, and I want a chop fest that traps the longs. I want a chop fest that traps the longs, because I believe we're due for a pullback. I mean, guys, have you seen the daily chart on the Qs? Look at this thing. How how are we not due for a pullback? Anyone that says we're not due for a pullback is insane. Is probably on Reddit and still holds AMC. We're due for a pullback. I'm not saying we're due to crash back down here, right? And take 50% of this move away. But we're due for a pullback. We're due to get back up into this range and then later on fill this gap to the downside. We're due for a little bit of a pullback and a reset. This is insane. This move, I think it's a historic move if I'm not mistaken. Later on, the beast. Have a good one, brother. See you tomorrow. Later on this week, guys, I'll be heading back on down to the Keys for a few days, couple weeks. Do some fishing, do some trading. I won't be doing live streams from there just because I don't have it set up for live streams. Um, I'll throw up a video here and there probably, and I'll still be posting in the Discord and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do a live in the Discord, just because it'll just be my audio and my screens. It won't be me. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some fishing, some more fishing, some relaxing, and then some more fishing. That's what I'm gonna be doing for the first 2 weeks of December. All right, so if you get pullbacks down into 16,000 and it holds support, maybe you could see some bounces there. Not sure how clean it could be. You had really good volume on the push higher here. So, like, if I was gonna take another trade, it'd be the same thing in the mentality of scalpy. I got the scalp mentality today because we're in the chop zone. It's simple as that. We're in the chop zone, and so far, everything you've seen has been choppy. Everything. Look at the spy. Really nice U-shaped pattern there. All right, guys. So sitting on those profits, setting up 1,100 bucks on the day, nearly 20K on the month. I think I'm gonna sit on that. Today's the 27th. The housing numbers came out, barely moved the market. We haven't had a pullback into 16,000 yet. Still watching and waiting to see if we get one of those. Otherwise, the next thing for me that I would be looking at is a re-break and hold of 20. And if we can re-break and hold 20, then we do have that room that we talked about into probably 60 on the NQs. But we have to re-break and hold 20. Guys, don't forget the 90% off with Apex. Do not forget that. Let me get you the link again. You can get the $50,000 account for less than 20 bucks. That's a no-brainer. And the $150,000 accounts, they're in the 30s. When you add that code, you get your 90% off. That code, if I'm not mistaken, it ends tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. It ends tomorrow, guys. All right, so you pulled back into 10 and it's trying to hold support there. All right, so we held 10. I was watching and waiting for 16,000, but we held 10 instead. We're pushing now. This is the little choppiness that we get going on. Yo, Bill. Bill says, "Yo, Jay, nice trade earlier. Congratulations on your profit today. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. And thank you for being a channel member as well. Been a channel member for a while. There you're getting that push to 30 now. It's just, it wants to go. Shorts are like, damn, we couldn't get this thing to roll over. So now they're starting to cover. They're getting nervous. You're getting up to the highs. If you get up in there, they're going to cover again. And you should see a push into 60. I would have preferred a deeper pullback into 16,000. Sucker wanted to hold in front of 10. There it goes. Now, if it pulls back all the way to 16,000, it'll make you feel double toppy. So, it's what I'm saying, guys. We're in the middle of that range. So, unless we break 37, we push out of 40, we're still stuck in that range. It's a big range. That's why I was able to grab a little trade earlier. Nice, Bill. Bill says he traded that 10 into 30. Thanks. Yep. Oh, there you go, guys. There you go. 45 is getting tested next. There's 44. There's 46. There it is. Guys, 50. 50. Next level is the 60s that we talked about. My God, what a nice move. Guys, if you enjoyed that analysis, if you learned something, if you caught a few points on that push, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for me. Really helps out. Silver 4K, nice call. Thank you very much. Hope some of you guys were able to catch that. I was being a little bit greedy with my entry. I was watching for 16,000 test. Damn thing got down there to 16 to 10, really 11. And then it bounced right off of that straight away into 50, which kind of sucks because I was waiting at 16,000. If it would have came down to 16,000, boom, tested it, bounced off of it, I probably would have gone along there, 16,005, 16,007, stop loss underneath 16,000. I would have taken a piece off at 16, at 160.20, 160.30, and then I would be flat already here between 40 to 50. I'd be all out. Yo, Adam, been a while, man. Good to see you. Thank you, thank you. Yep, thank you guys for the likes. I see them rolling on through. Appreciate it. The channel appreciates it. The algorithm does. So 50 got tapped there, guys. 50.25. I don't think we could have called it any better. 60s is possible, but you're going to need a whole lot more volume than what came through there. The only reason it didn't go to 60, in my opinion, is because that volume. That volume wasn't bad, but it wasn't volume to get you to 60. I mean, you have to understand this thing just went from 70 to 50 in less than 30 minutes. So now, in my opinion, you don't want to see this area hold, this 20 area. So 15 to 20 needs to hold support. If you get underneath that level, then yeah, it could work, but it starts to get uglier. You're retracing too much. You're retracing too much at that point, in my opinion. So you'd want to see this 15 to 20 area hold support for the next possible bounce attempt. That'll kind of line up with this 9 AMA on the Qs, which I like. A little bit of this high from this day here. The 38.2 Fibonacci. I kind of like that, but we're what happens now is let's go over here to the futures chart. We're again in the middle, almost exactly in the middle of the trading range again. See, the middle would be 16,000. We're just above that, a hair above that. But if 15 to 20 hold support, that would be the setup. I just don't like trading in the middle, man. I really don't. It'd have to be smaller size looking for scalps, kind of like what I did earlier, where I went short. I did smaller size, looked for the scalp. We made the money. For a long setup here, I'd set my stop under 15, and I would look for a scalp, just a scalp trade. We said 15 to 20 for support. Right now we've held that's 18, 17 zone. We're already up 11 points from that drop. So right there, I would have scalped that 10 points. I would have just scalped a little bit. Held on. I always hold on to a runner position. Sometimes the runner amount I'm holding is larger than other times. Over the last 3 days, I want to say 2 days. I'd have to go see when my $1,800 day was. I think it might have been on Monday or Tuesday of last week, or was it Wednesday? I don't remember, man. But on Friday, I did the similar action to today. I traded even smaller on Friday, slightly smaller size, just looking for the scalps because we're stuck in that little range. See, right now, if you can't break up over 30, I'd imagine you're gonna pull back a little bit again into maybe that 20 to 15 zone. If you do break up over 30, then I think 40s to 50s are on deck. But as long as we're underneath this 30 level, I think you're going to pull back. I love that wick into 20. Any other time, I would have just been buying right now at 25. Any other time, but right now as you can see, hands are off the trigger. Hands are off the trigger, man, because I'm up 1100 bucks in the day and we're in the chop zone, aka the fuckery zone. I don't want to give back that profit trading, or like the beast says, fiddling in the middle. Don't want to give back any of that profit doing that because it is not part of the strategy. It doesn't feel part of the strategy because we're in the chop zone. I don't like trading chop. One thing for me, even now as a profitable trader, is the chop zone. The chop zone will get a hold of me sometimes, and it hasn't gotten a hold of me in probably a few months, maybe a couple months. But sometimes the chop zone will get a hold of me, and I'll die by 1,000 paper cuts. I'll take 200 bucks loss here, 300 bucks loss there. I'm like, ah. And then I'm freaking down 1,100 bucks, 1,200, 1,500 bucks on a day. And I'm like, well, son of a bitch. How did this happen? How did this happen? Death by 1,000 paper cuts because you were fiddling in the middle. So yeah, that's why I'm not chomping at the bit to get long here in front of 15. Just going over the levels with you guys, but I I pretty much think I'm done on the day as far as my trades go. Yeah, exactly. Silver 4K. When you can see the chop coming, you stay out the way. You stay out the way. When I was a brand new trader, my kryptonite was FOMO. That was my kryptonite as a brand new trader, FOMO. I never had trouble stop losses, never had problem entries, never had problem with any of that. But FOMO was my kryptonite. And then now, as an experienced and profitable trader, I still have my kryptonite, and my kryptonite is chop. It's because chop generally comes after you've had really nice directional moves, right? You've had multi-day directional moves and you've just been tearing it up, just like I've been tearing it up. And then all of a sudden, the market doesn't move in straight lines. The market has to consolidate. And when it consolidates, it chops. So what happens is you're killing it, you're killing it. You're like, ah, I'm unstoppable. Let's go. And then the market says, okay, time to rest and consolidate. It gets choppy and you don't realize it, right? Or worse yet, you get cocky and you get chopped up. So that's something that I've been working on. And anytime you stumble across somebody that says they're profitable or they're experienced or whatever, and they tell you that they don't that they control their emotions 100%, that they're basically trading robots and stuff like that, that's bullshit. I've known traders that have been trading for 10, 15 years, extremely profitable with great accuracy, okay, making major bank. And these guys feel emotions. The difference is that when you were a new trader, let's say, your emotions controlled you 80 to 90% of the time, right? You became an intermediate trader, your emotions maybe controlled you 60%, 70% of the time, maybe 50. When you become an experienced and profitable trader, well, then at that point, maybe your emotions only control you 10, 20% of the time, you know? But it's never 100. Anybody that tells you that is lying to your face so they can sell you a course. And look, I sell courses, but I ain't gonna lie to your face to sell a course. I like to sleep good at night. So there you go. Exactly what I said would happen. Pulled all the way back down in front of 10. We couldn't get through 30. We pulled all the way back in front of 10. One could get long there for a scalp, but like I said, I'm not trusting anything right now. At this point, if you come on over here to the Qs, you might as well just get down here and test VWAP. You might as well just get down here and test VWAP, right? And I don't like how the volume is slightly starting to increase as we go lower. Generally, for the pullbacks, we want to see the opposite of that. We want the pullback to happen on low volume. All right, guys, 10:20 a.m. I have to start getting ready for the Benzinga show. Let me get you the link just in case for that. All right, so that's going to be at 11 a.m. I got to start getting ready for that. I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I don't think I will be, anyways. Maybe I will. I don't know. But for now, I'm not thinking I'm going to be live tomorrow. But I'm going to be live today at 11 a.m. on the Benzinga channel. And a couple things before I go, let me get you the Cyber Monday specials going on with all my courses. All right. So the full DTC curriculum has all of my courses, 60% off. Only 3 slots left on that one. We started with 5, only 3 slots are left. If you just want the futures course, we got that one for 60% off right here. And this isn't even something that we've email blasted the 60% off on the futures course. It's just for you on the live stream. If you want to buy an individual course, like maybe you just want the swing trade course or the shorting course, 55% off. And then last but not least, if you want to trade for the same prop firm I trade for, they got 90% off their evaluations going on right now. Let me get you the proper link. All right, here you go. And that's it. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be live tomorrow morning. I don't stream every single day. I stream whenever I want, basically. Streamed on Friday, streamed today, and you know what? Let me get you the free courses as well. And I don't know that I'm going to stream tomorrow, to be honest with you. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If you're interested in that, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, if I do decide to go live tomorrow morning, you'll get an alert. There's a bunch of free stuff right there for you. Free Discord, free watch list, free trading course. I will see you guys at 11 a.m. over on the Benzinga channel. And any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Up 1,100 bucks in the day. Can't complain about something like that. Thank you guys very much for tuning in and smashing the like button. I'll see you guys on the next one and hopefully over at the 11 a.m. Benzinga channel show. Make sure to tune in. And when you tune in, say hi in the chat, guys.